already started it, man.
I'm
We
pretty
in
much,
here.
Hey, well, we in the building. If you haven't, I'm sure you clicked on it because you saw the title. And definitely, we're here in the building in the spot. It's your boy FLA.
This is your captain speaking, Capitol.
And today we have a special guest, DJ Blacktino.
What's good,
What's up?
people?
Yeah.
Pleasure to be here finally, Welcome, welcome.
Hey, man, thank you for coming.
Nah, appreciate you inviting me.
I know we talked about it since last year to bringing him, and
Right.
we finally able to make it.
Look when it happened.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, so real quick, I just want to introduce, pretty much get down to it, and ask you just a little bit of your upcoming upbringing, like what got you into DJing. Like we know you right now from a lot of different events out here in Atlanta, some of the dopest parties, and I wanted to, for everybody that's watching that hasn't know you or hasn't met you, where did the passion and all that stuff to DJing come from? How long you been doing this?
It's been a minute, bro. Honestly, I've been in the scene since I was about 14, partying, old school club, Palladium type, all the way back
Ooh,
then.
good old Palladium.
Man.
Yeah,
He
bro.
was that young over there.
Yeah, teen nights. So
Hey, teen nights.
I had been partying for a while, and then eventually I started actually like partying Belushi's days. So
Oh yeah, I remember.
came
those.
up watching Zon de Leon, rest in peace, Looney, Meatball, Chris, all those OGs, and so eventually, like I started, I went bought my little controller, got a little bit of practice in at home, and then I think it was my 18th birthday. Chaparral had finally closed because by that time I was
Damn.
dedicated to watching Meatball. I showed up everywhere Meatball was going because that was just shout out Hoodbanger music back in the day.
Hood banger music.
That's what really got me started, bro. And watching him, bro, he inspired me.
Word.
That's crazy. Shout out to DJ Meatball.
Right? OG right there.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
crazy.
So really like 13 years. 18. So 13 years going on now from getting the first opportunity at Chaparral when they started to close. Frankie P, shout out Frankie P. He gave me an opportunity to DJ while they were closing. He was like, hey, bro, we only got 2 more months on the lease. He was like, we don't got no DJ. If you want, bro, it's up, go at it. And that's how I really got like my hands on and really fell in love with it.
Dope. I think that's dope. I mean, you're naming a lot of Atlanta history, like Latin DJs,
Right.
different spots. Like
And you were just throwing them out there like, some of y'all may not know all the names that he was throwing up, but y'all look them names up so y'all can see what he's talking about. That was a great era of DJs coming out that it just hit me right now when he said DJ Meatball is because I was like, damn, the impact right there.
Yeah.
Because now DJ Blacktino is outside putting in work, and now he's one of those DJs that somebody's looking up to
That's
right now.
there,
So that just hit me right now, the influence of him going out and just looking and studying DJ Meatball. What made you choose that DJ instead of all the other ones you named? Because you really single him out.
I mean, honestly, it was his style and the way he moved. Because I mean, if you think about it, DJ Meatball was the only Mexican dude here in Atlanta killing the trap scene.
Yeah.
In all reality, he was pushing
and Colombian
mixtapes.
too. He Colombian. Shout out.
He
half and half.
Oh, he half and half.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope. That's
good.
fire.
Yeah, but he was killing it, bro. And to watch him how he worked the crowd, but then he was also doing the same thing on the Latin side with the reggaeton. So he was blending on both. While early on in the years, Latin clubs were strictly Latin. We weren't doing the whole international thing. That was unheard of, But Meatball didn't care. He was doing it.
It's like you either played American music or you played Latin. But if you was
Meatball was a trailblazer
bouncing,
because of that. He used
Yeah.
to break rules.
Meatball was the definition of open format early on in Atlanta, for real.
Yeah.
He was legit playing it all.
That's dope. Nah, I think that going back to that, even me watching you now, because I've watched you in different sets, different events, and I know the way you spin. I can see how you always blend that. You kind of keep that going as well. That same type of
bro.
Like blending a little bit of both, giving them the best of both. Besides that, like as far as I know you have a side of you that's kind of into the production thing. Tell us a little bit about that, because I know you're dropping beats now. You're
bro,
doing production and everything.
Literally, like growing up, watching you, of course. Shout out to you. Shout out to Flaco y Jonah, you know, back in the day. When I was really starting to make movement a little bit of motion back when we was doing the Latin Fest, the true Latin Fest.
Yeah, the original
at Underground. You know, and you guys were performing. I don't know if you remember, but during that Latin Fest, you guys actually invited me to the studio to hang out with you guys for a session.
Yeah.
And so when I was sitting in the room with you, that kind of was like, okay, this is a cool other side that I had never got to experience. So that's when I started like looking into it. I hadn't actually started up until, you know, a couple years ago. You know, more so now working with Mucho Info. Shout out Mucho Info.
Hey, big shout outs.
Shout out Ye. Shout out Pumita. All the guys, Lision. You know, the whole team, PKM team, Los Bravos team. You know, we're getting more involved in that rather than just in the club scene. Has really started to push me more to making more beats too. Just because at the same time I'm able to put my own touch of, you know, Black-tino into my beats as well. You know, incorporate a little bit of more hip hop instead of reggaeton, or vice versa. If I'm making a trap beat, you might hear a reggaeton break in the middle of it. You know, that's what I'm trying to do.
So something different, something fresh.
So when was the time? Cause where was you born? Like, tell the people like where you from.
So born and raised Atlanta. You know, that's been my history. That's why I keep the 6, because I'm originally from Zone 6.
Okay.
That's where that whole comes from. Black-tino, obviously. I'm Black and Salvadoran. My mom's Black. My dad's Salvadoran from San Miguel. And basically, yeah, it's just I really grew up. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people, you know, look at me and they get the judgment. Oh, he's, you know, more moreno than anything. You know, but actually, it sucks. But growing up, I wasn't accepted by the morenos. In reality, I hung out with Latinos ever since middle school because, you know, when I would be in class and teacher would be like, oh, you know, roll call Enrique, and I'm the one that raised my hand. I'm getting sideways looks because everybody's like, your name's Enrique, like. Yeah,
and it was rough in the A too.
Yeah, bro, it was rough. You know, there were, for whatever reason, you know, the cultures, like I said, you know, early on, Latin clubs were strictly Latin. They didn't do the blend. So growing up for me, I was only really able to make that one choice. I wasn't able to rock with both sides of the field. So I grew up more Latin, more in the Latin culture. So that's really why you'll see me more in the Latin club spinning, you know, for whatever reason. People think I'm an urban DJ. I don't get it. But, you know, I'll mix bachata, salsa, merengue, you know, it all, you know, all in the same mix. You feel me? So.
And that was going to be my next question. Like, has it been a struggle a little bit, like even coming into the DJ scene out here? Because, you know, they think you might just be playing hip-hop. They don't know that you get down with some salsa, merengue, and reggaeton, and you're up to date with the latest too as well, because, you know, I've been to a lot of the stuff you spin at the events, and you be pretty on point to what's really relevant out there. Has it been a struggle, like, you know?
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's to be understood. I'm the fresh. Well, technically, to a lot of people, I'm the fresh face, and on top of that, when they see a moreno walk into a spot and he steps up on the decks, they're like, oh, you know, oh, he's getting ready to play trap all night. And then I start hitting them with the reggaeton, and everybody's looking at me sideways. And then I mix the bachata, and then they like, people are really like confused, and I'm like, you know, well, don't judge me when you see me walk up.
Right.
You know, it's easy. I get it as a culture, because it's always been a little bit of, you know, it's always been a touchy subject.
Yeah.
You know, blending cultures, but you know, that's why I brand myself. I want to go ahead and make that difference. So when you see me walk up, you're not surprised when I drop Faye, Rao, or Bad Bunny, or Omar Courts, or, you know, Davey.
Yeah.
I don't want people giving me that look anymore. Like, oh my God, it's a morenito and he's going crazy. Like, no, bro.
Tell my motherfucker I'm Spanish too.
Like, nigga, I'm half, bro.
Shit.
Yeah, bro.
Which I don't understand.
And I mean, and I get it, but and then I get hit with the whole, oh, tú eres dominicano. And
Hey.
it's like, oh, there's, you know,
that's not such a bad thing.
It's it's not, but you know, there's even though I'm a mix, I get it. I'm a mix. I'm not full Latino, but you know, just doing my research, because I've had to go through it, bro. There's morenos in every culture. You know, you can go to different parts of Colombia, find morenos. Venezuela,
we all have some sort of our family members.
Okay, that's where it started to be technical.
Yeah,
so
it's like,
it is.
It's a bad look that we've always had as Latinos. You know, I hear about it a lot in the cultures, and it's the same way for me and my family. Some of the people in my family, they still call me Mono, you know, and I get it. It's endearment from them, but it's like, you know, why I gotta be that?
Yeah, in the Spanish culture, I'm not even gonna lie. You gotta have a thick skin.
Oh yeah,
because I grew up with my own family talking shit about me. You know what I'm saying? Like
be like that, bro.
it's a normal thing.
Family don't have that filter, in
No,
a
they
lot
don't.
of the Latin homes, man. They don't have a filter, and they'll let you know. Wow.
Right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so when you hit the streets, nothing really can hurt me. But since we on this subject right here, who's been giving you the speed bumps in your career? Because I want to get into that. Like it feels like it was a struggle. Was it a struggle at first? Who was the people that was giving you? You don't have to say names, but like point to the direction. Was it the fans? Was it the promoters? Was it
Honestly, the biggest struggle I've had is with other DJs because like I said, I've been branded as the urban DJ for whatever reason. But it's cool. But I would reach out to a lot of DJs and they would tell me, "Oh yeah, we'll hit you up. We'll link up. Let's get you a booking. Let's work." And I would never hear nothing back. And then when I would go to the clubs to go support them, the promoter's coming up to me and asking me, "Yo, when you coming back?" And I'm looking at the promoter like, "Well, they told me they was gonna talk to you." And then the promoter's like, "Oh no, they haven't even mentioned your name." But then when they see me again, they still shake my hand. They still, compliment me. "Yo, bro, you going crazy out here. I see you working." But they still don't want to work with me. I'm the one that's actually out here more so reaching out to a lot of these DJs,
That's right.
because to me it doesn't matter. They might not want to work with me, but I still want to work with them because at the end of the day,
I like that.
It's the music and it's the party that matters because there's so many parties out here in Atlanta now where they're hit or miss because people don't know where to go anymore. Back in the day,
No, hold on. I understand about that. Let's stay right there because back in the day we understand.
Yeah.
But let's talk about now. We at this moment we have a DJ that's popular as fuck and that's in the Latin culture here in Atlanta. And before you get into that, what is that struggle? Why you think people are not getting reached like they were in the past? Like
it's too much division. People don't realize that there's more money than there is to go around out here. People still think that they have to fight for a spot, they have to fight to get a check, but there's so much money in the city alone. Like I'm quiet right now. I'm not publishing a lot of work and whatnot because I'm really working in restaurants. I'm chilling. I still have my big parties. I still have my huge events, but I'm really locked in on restaurants because restaurants are paying more than clubs these days. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Word.
I can go to a restaurant and play for 4 hours and I'll get paid double what I'll get paid to play in a club sometimes.
that's crazy.
And but there's no love lost on that industry. But that's why I say like there's so much money to go around. I don't understand why a lot of DJs don't want to work together or have beef in this industry because it's like, bro, it's not necessary.
From the outside looking in, like an artist looking in to the DJs, I was always, like almost like irritated and frustrated at them at many points in my career. But me listening to you now, you would think everything was like perfect with the DJs. Like I felt like before you said this, I was about to cuss. Before you said this shit was, I thought you was cool because I see you in the places.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you're together with the DJs all the time. So in my eyes, I didn't see a problem. I thought you was getting it popping.
I love to support people. I'm that's one of the things I pride myself on, and I'm gonna continue to pride myself on is like even though I have my issues and stuff, I'm gonna remain humble. I'm gonna still support you. It doesn't matter. You can talk bad about me. You don't have to book me. You don't have to do nothing. I'll still come through. If you're a dope DJ, bro, I don't care about anything else because when I go out, I want to have a good time. That's all that matters to me. I want to go out and I want to hear good music, and that's why I'm going to support you.
I like that.
Because you play good music. So if you see me out, that's what it is. I'm showing you love because you're a great DJ. It has nothing to do with anything else, and you can continue to talk about me. You can continue to not book me. I'm going to still show you love, and it is what it is because I'm still going to get my check at the end of the day, too. You feel me? Right. I'm going to find my bookings regardless. This is what I did with the Verano Sin Ti. I got a sponsor for that. Shout out to him. I was really blessed with this opportunity to continue working with him and throw these big parties where I'm doing 500 to 1,000 people.
Yeah.
You know, it's a blessing, honestly. So it's not that I'm looking for a handout, but I really would love to collab with a lot of these DJs here in Atlanta because it's what matters, bro. The party is what matters. We need to keep it on the party.
Yeah, no, and I like the point of view that you have about it because you're almost like you know what you're going up against. You know it. You're going against the odds because not everybody has that culture or that mentality of. I mean, shit. We're seeing it in the local artists. Where it's happened throughout history.
You hit it right on the money,
right
there,
because when the way he's explaining
good point.
I kept saying,
right,
it's because God damn, that's exactly how it was. Maybe not so much now because now things are kind of unifying slowly. but those are the struggles that artists out here had to go through, where it's like, why not fuck with each other instead of like, not work against each other. And
That's a good point.
I think that your humbleness about it, and like you're just like, hey, you don't want to show me love, that's cool. I'm still gonna pop up to your party and have fun because you're a dope DJ. And I think
that's Blackino only,
bro,
though, because it's a lot that a lot of people will cave. He's not that type of person.
Well, that's what's dope, because I
fire.
think having at least one or a few more people like that in this industry is what it's gonna take to get that unity as well. Not just so much on the local artists, but on the DJ side too. Because remember, the original conversation of a lot of the situations here in Atlanta has to do with DJs, promoters, and artists.
Now that you hit that, what do you feel about the artists, the local artists, the DJs, the promoters not all being together? Or I'm gonna leave it like that.
I mean, I'm a keep it how it is. It's a missed opportunity. I would definitely say it's a missed opportunity, because with the growth that Atlanta is going through, the opportunity to create an actual reggaeton market, or just a Latin artist market out of Atlanta would be incredible, because the growth here is incredible.
Right.
Especially with the culture, more people are accepting the Latins out here in Atlanta. I mean, obviously it's getting to a point now you don't have a choice but to accept that. Latinos are here in Atlanta.
Right.
We throw some of the biggest festivals and some of the biggest parties. So to not want to push the artists that are here and that are grinding is a missed opportunity, in my opinion, because this is an opportunity to actually create something for yourself.
And be a part of something that's bigger than all of us.
Exactly. Like that's a history maker. You have a chance to create a moment in history. Why not want to do that? There are some artists that are finally getting their opportunity to shine, and they're getting those moments to do shows, and I salute them wholeheartedly, and I'm actually happy to see some of these artists get these opportunities.
Yeah, no, definitely the scene out here is growing, and you know what's crazy lately, and we'll chop that up on a regular episode, but it's been a lot of motion now, like more.
It has,
with the artists putting stuff out, and then DJs getting involved with the artists. I've kind of noticed that shift, where now you see the DJs, the artists there, or where you see the artists, the DJs are there.
You see the shift, but one thing I have a problem, and I do see the shift too, Flacco, straight up, is I'm still not hearing the local artists being played like almost like the mainstream artists. That's one thing that used to happen back in the day with the DJ Meatballs.
Well, I mean,
he will play stuff.
Oh yeah,
how can we get there?
Yeah.
That's the question.
And that's what goes back to the issue of there at this point now there's so many DJs spread out. Back in the day, again, we only had so many parties. We only had 2 to 3 parties to choose from. Now you get on Instagram, you got
a party every fucking day.
You got a party every day, everywhere, and on top of that, people aren't making the same money. Drinks are a lot more expensive. You used to be able to go in the club and get a pitcher of liquor for $15. You go in the club now, $15 will get you half a cup.
Bro, that's
house liquor.
Little cup with a bunch of ice in it.
Yeah, so the spending factor has changed, but outside of that too, artists were doing more for themselves. I feel like now because of the social media era, artists don't feel like they have to give that love to the DJ, that they should give that love to the DJ. Because I mean, realistically, even if the DJ plays your song, if you're unknown, the crowd's gonna be lost. So you have to be willing to support yourself in those moments.
But wasn't the DJ the person that was responsible for breaking records?
Absolutely, but at the same time, when they would break records, realistically, not only was that at a major event, but you had that artist there 9 times out of 10 with 50, 60, 70 people deep supporting their own song. Now you get an artist that'll say, yo, play my song, and they're by themselves. They're not buying a bottle. They're not sharing the flyer. They're not telling their friends to pull up. So, I mean, even if I play it and you're the only person in the club walking around, people, honestly, they're going to be like, who the fuck is this guy? Sorry to say it that way, but it just doesn't work, because they don't know the song and they're confused. You feel me? But if they see you got everybody in your team rocking with it, of course they're gonna want to rock with it. People, we're sheep. Sheep by it's just natural. Right. Everybody's sheep. They follow where the crowd's following. Like even to mention somebody famous like Omar Courtz, bro. I was playing Omar Courtz for like 2 years now. I've been playing it since Ye told me, yo, let's go to Sauce Boys Fest, and I saw him live. I've been playing Omar Questions, and I've been locked in. Omar Questions is just now starting to get love because he's just now starting. And there's somebody who's actually a semi-big name, so imagine somebody who doesn't even have half the following.
Right.
Hey, he's saying some gems too because he's
That's
pretty much like it's kind of like the conversation we've had before where it's like if you're an artist and you're gonna go do a show, you want 50 people to pull up and be in front of that stage when you performing, because when those 50 people are like turning up with their phones out, guess what everybody else around them is going to end up doing? They're going to get their phone out or they're going to be turned up.
If your friends don't like your music, how's anybody else going to like your music?
That too. And that's another point about quality. You know, definitely that's why having a good song, you know, having that quality, not just dropping anything, you know.
And that's another big factor. A lot of artists don't make club music. They think they got a good song.
I wanted to get to that because we was talking about that earlier, about that. What type of genre are you looking for when the artist comes up to you? Because in the internet, one song might be popping, but in the club, it's a whole different thing.
Because there's a difference of riding around to something in your car when you're alone and it's hitting and you're lit in the car compared to being in the club, you know? Because when you're in the club, all the girls in there are trying to do is perreando. All the dudes in there are trying to do is pop bottles to the girls perreando. You feel me? That's all that's trying that's all that's really trying to go on. So if you throw on something that's not only unknown, but it's not keeping that high energy, keeping people at their peak, literally you're bringing the party down, and then it's the DJ's job. Then I've got to recover, but people aren't going to think about your song. They're going to think about me as the DJ because I'm the one that dropped the song. It doesn't matter if your song's not liked because they're not going to be worried about you. It's going to be the club owner who's going to be looking at you like, bro, what did you just do? You just killed the whole moment.
Right.
And what did I get out of it? Because the artist didn't bring anybody. They didn't buy any bottles. They didn't promote it. There's nothing going on. I'm not winning anything from the artist in that moment.
Okay, so let me go the other way. What if I do come in and I get the bottles, I got the people, but my song sucks?
That's a conversation that I would have with you as well. Honestly, I would tell you that the song's not gonna. I can't play it. You can send me music all the time, and I've told this to a few artists that send me music. I'm like, yo, the song is dope. I write it in my car, but I can't play it I can't play it in the club.
Right.
I've had artists come up to me in the club, and honestly, I will support a local artist if they come up to me and everything's formatted right and the song's set right. I've got my BPM and my key and your song title, all that stuff. I'll play your song typically, but I'll listen to it first. But I'll tell the artist, yo, hold up right here. Let me listen to it real quick, and I'll listen to it. And if it don't fit the vibe, apologize to him, tell him, yo, this isn't a club song. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta be truthful.
You gotta be honest. And I mean, that's only gonna make the artist go back into the drawing board and come up with some dope. That's gonna at that point you're gonna be
right.
Like,
because I was thinking while he was saying that is back in the day, all we used to do is reggaeton.
Yeah.
We didn't do trap.
Yeah, so
we was always in the club.
I mean, there was a few artists that had their records, but they weren't going to the club with those records.
No, but they
were going
to
the club with that reggaeton shit because they knew that Plan B was gonna come in 2 weeks, and they were getting the opportunity to perform. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna perform this joint, and that kind of I feel like.
But that's the goal in everything.
That's another reason why artists aren't getting bookings before concert shows.
Talk about it.
Because they're not bringing people, they're not buying bottles, and on top of that, the songs that they're trying to do to open up for an artist isn't a song that's proper to be opening up for an artist.
Yeah,
it's not the same genre.
It's not the same genre. Sometimes, and that's one of the things that even me as a producer, engineer, and working with artists, it's something I always tell them, like, bro, if so and so comes, you gotta sing that, because if you're gonna open up with trap to a reggaeton artist, you're pushing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because people are there to listen to the reggaeton, not the trap.
But isn't trap in some sense bigger than reggaeton, Latin trap?
Oh yeah,
at
absolutely.
This point?
No, I'm not gonna sit here and deny that, because a lot of Latinos are breaking into the Latin trap industry, and it's killing it. Because when I go to Savannah, all they want to hear down there is Davey and Young Chimmy. They don't want to hear Bad Bunny up down in Savannah. You know, realistically, they're trying to
right.
They're trying to hood bang down there.
Right.
Yeah.
It's actually really dope. But up here, in Atlanta, we're still locked in on the reggaeton scene. You know, it's still party scene. So that's what you want to do. If you're trying to break ground here in Atlanta, you got to do reggaeton. And that's why, like, shout out to Danny's. That's why she's doing Candela shows.
Yeah.
That's why she's the only
That's
one
a good point.
that's doing it, because her music fits. You feel me? Artists
and Calderoki too.
Yeah,
They
Calderoki
both-
too.
Kinda
Yeah.
too, No, they tapped into
I feel like
what the
every
people
episode
like.
we talk about Calderoki and
I
Dami.
mean, hey, bro,
because
you can't,
they keep popping.
They're
They're
Eso
everywhere.
No se tapa con una
They-
mano, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's just,
they see what they need.
And it's not even on purpose. This the
no,
point that I'm
it's
bringing.
been, they've been putting in work,
Right.
bro. You can't even
Right,
deny
you can't
it. 'Cause
deny that.
even Donnie's last show, that shit was crazy. For the Yomo shit, she killed it. Like,
Yeah, bro. Like,
you know, she did like seeing her one of the first shows to now, huge difference. And I think these artists are tapping in to that, to those gems, and they applying
the smart
it,
ones.
and the smart ones, and then they're getting the results, because I know there's DJs that are out there playing certain music.
And I want to say the artist is, now that that Latino is saying this is crazy. We know you can spit. I know
Yeah.
you want to spit on that trap. Bro.
I know
you want right.
bar
You want to
for
go
bar.
right. You want to say that your lyrics is on 1,000. Let's make it hit, bro. Andre 3000 was an amazing lyricist, and he still had some crazy shit. Get into your original bag, and let's get into this reggaeton to the scene to make the club keep dancing when they transition from a fade to you.
yeah, because I mean, there's honestly nothing wrong with making trap music. Like, really,
At all.
I'm not gonna. You can still drop trap on your mixtape or on your album when you do it. But when you come to the DJs and when you come to the clubs, bring your reggaeton, bring your party songs, bring your
Right.
party music. Don't bring it might be the #1 song on the album for everybody that's listening to it, but you're giving it to people, again, that are playing it in their car.
Right.
If you want people to actually check out your music, give them something that they can party to for the DJs to play in the club. That's what the algorithm's missing out here. I mean, it's
That's crazy.
matter of fact, if we take it to actual like reggaeton artists, like people that are actually famous, bro, one of my favorite people to always mention is Mike Towers, because Mike Towers is a nasty rapper, bro. That man can spit,
he can
bro.
spit,
But you see where he's at now in the industry.
He
bro.
knows how to bounce to that reggaeton.
Nah, and you know what's crazy? The other day I was listening to a record that he's on as a feature. I think it was the John Zeta one from John Zeta's new album. And bro, he's like, he has a level of like professionalism to the way that he writes, and he still bars it up. Like, he'll sing a reggaeton, but if you listen to that bar, if you read the bars on paper,
He fired.
he's
It's a-
saying
it's a-
he's
it's a-
saying
it's a
some
rap.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
he rapping some shit.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the difference, because even when he gets on trap, I was gonna say his
Yeah,
his
he
trap
smash
is
it too,
still
yeah.
like, you can play it in the club.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that. Like, stop being so damn dark. You don't have to be so damn dark. Be more. To him, he's more boasty. He's more like, always swagging, always, trying to
Yeah.
deliver a swag and trying to deliver a style. I'm better than you because I got this, because I am this. Instead of, te voy a matar, estoy vendiendo droga. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure, for sure.
give me some happy shit that they can play in the club that's really gonna fucking
And if
make
you-
people dance.
And then on top of that too, if you're not an artist that wants to go that route, don't expect and don't be mad when your songs aren't getting played in the club. Because I mean, they could be getting played in the club. You're just going to the wrong clubs. Let's be honest. Some of these artists are just going to the wrong places looking for these opportunities. You can't go to Ibiza and be a trap artist trying to ask the DJ to play your song at Ibiza.
That's a good point.
You can't do that in tongue and groove. So you've got to be able to.
That's a good.
You've got to be able to maintain your lane, because realistically, there's artists out here that they're probably gonna listen to this. There's artists that are doing it now that are probably sitting at home trying to make both trap and reggaeton and can't do it. So at the same time, you have to pick your battles. If you want to get famous and you see your trap's not making it, don't just switch to reggaeton because that's what's gonna do it. You might not be good at it, So you might just be a trap artist. Maintain your lane, find your way. Or if you're a reggaeton person, sometimes you don't need to be a rapper. Like J. Cole has a song on his new album. He tries to rap, and I listen to it, and I'm like, nah, bro, this ain't it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nah, he's better at doing the singing and I mean, he still raps in his singing.
Yeah, but
records,
it's not. But he's not a.
he's not a hardcore rapper.
Yeah, I don't see him. I don't see him.
He's
in
a
the streets.
reggaeton artist.
Yeah. Like, but a lot of people are trying to copy Bad Bunny, and I get it. Bad Bunny is just that's him.
That's him.
That's him.
That's him.
That's him.
And that's the difference right there. He's doing him while you trying to do him instead of doing you.
Instead of doing you. And that's where a lot of people are going to fall off. And the same thing with the DJ thing. A lot of people try to mimic other DJs and whatnot and try to follow a brand and try to follow an idea. But, bro, that might not be you. That's why with me, I don't have an issue being branded the urban DJ. Yeah, I'm going to still mix some trap shit. It might not be trap, like hip-hop trap. It might be trap Latino, but, I'm Black-tino. So I'm going to put a little bit of swagger on my shit.
Yeah, sure. No, I think now, so you say your name comes from just the 6 from Zone 6 and then Latino.
Yeah, so
you're
Black and Latino. Yeah, bro. So I figured that was the best way to represent the brand because when I first started, I obviously I wasn't big early on in the years, and that's more to marketing. That was my fault. I used to go by DJ Snoopy.
I remember those days. I remember Snoopy. I remember Snoopy.
That was house parties. Just trying to get my foot in the door. But as it came along, shout out to my manager Steven. I started to fall off, and then he called me one day, and he's like, "Yeah, bro. So I'm getting back into the party scene." He's like, "Do you want to get back into being a DJ?" And I'm like, he's like, "But it's gonna be for a concert." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" So my welcoming back was gonna be to a concert. So at that point, I think it was like a month. I had a month to create a brand, create a name, create everything, and it was an uphill battle. And I just started throwing things out. And somebody mentioned it. They were like, "Well, why don't you rock to what you are, bro? You're proud to be Black and Salvadorian, so rock with that. Figure out a way to do that." And so I like Black the artist. Obviously, he's from Zone 6. That's where that comes from too. So I was like, I hate to say, like, I did follow that a little bit because I mean
that makes sense.
It makes sense. It's a great branding. So I'm like, yeah, I rock with that, and the whole Black-tino thing, it just works, bro.
Nah, that's dope, man. That's that because the first time I seen it, I was like, yo, there's an artist too that that has that, but I didn't know that his story too as well was like the Zone 6 shit.
Yeah,
right. You're from Zone 6.
I didn't know that either.
So that's kind of dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you're just using it on some DJ shit and producer, but it's a dope name though. Black-tino definitely it stands out. Now I did want to ask you, like just saying, like because you have been through the struggle, you've been going through all these different things, and now you actually moving around, you getting different shows, you everywhere pretty much, every after party, every this. I always see you pop up everywhere and throw it down. What would you tell yourself, like a younger version of you, or even an aspiring DJ that right now might be 15, 16 years old, trying to do the DJ thing and hasn't hit a club yet, but if they were to be watching this, what kind of advice would you give yourself, or an upcoming DJ that's probably started the other day?
Honestly, I didn't learn it till I want to say about halfway through last year, a little bit earlier. Mostly because, like I said, I started back when I got back in the industry working concerts. Gotcha. So at that point, I was already.
Excuse me, goddamn.
Yeah, my ego. My ego was already through the roof, and then, but I wasn't getting booked anywhere else. You feel me? I was only doing the concerts, and I would do like a couple of spots here and there, but I wasn't really out there like I wanted to be at the time, and I was just getting frustrated. But one day, I don't remember who I was talking to, but I was drunk, and I was like, "Yo, bro," it was one of the other DJs. I was like, "Yo, how old are you?" And when they told me how old they were, I was like, "Oh shit!" This is one of the DJs that I grew up watching, so I'm like, "Damn, bro, I'm younger than him, and he's just now like at his pinnacle." So I'm like, I need to relax. Yeah. Time, bro. Time. There's patience. It's time and patience, man. Because I wanted everything now because I felt like I deserved it, but I didn't have that time in the game, So that's the biggest thing: time, patience, and just wait. Because everybody's opportunity comes one day or another. Your opportunity is gonna get here.
That's facts. And the crazy thing about it is that I feel a little selfish right now, Flacco, because we have a DJ here that. He's basically saying the same story of the artist.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's this. That's why I say like it's almost the same path, just different genres or different
things,
different
tools,
things. Yeah, different ways.
Yeah, bro. The music industry is not something that moves fast. That's one thing that I've really had to just learn. The music industry does not move fast. Yeah, there are your rare moments out here. There are your rare DJs, your rare artists that pop overnight, but the average person, no, you've got to work. You've got to develop your craft. You've got to day in, day out, like I work a day job and I'm still DJing on the weekends.
And I feel like, and correct me if I'm right or wrong, but the fact that DJs are now kind of like artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they have to move like an artist. They have to, have, like you said, the branding, the look, the crowd, bringing your people, making sure, if I pull up over here, the same 20 people that love to hear me spin, they're gonna pull up there too. And that shows the promoter that okay, this dude can bring people.
Well, I think that's what shocked the local artists too, because now the DJ is your competition.
Yeah.
It's not. He's the one that can help you.
He can help you,
and he's your competition. You think that gets in the way because now you guys are artists going up against artists.
I mean, no,
y'all both trying to rock the crowd.
No, because it can be hand in hand. It can be hand in hand.
I think
absolutely.
It should. Yes,
it could absolutely be hand in hand because there are artists like Mucho Info, like me and Mucho Info. It's hand in hand wherever I go. That not only because I work with them as in a business prospect, because they make good music. They make music that I can play in the club, so I can rock with them. And on top of that, they show me mad love outside of the fact that it's a business, because they show up to parties that aren't business involved.
Right.
When they're in town, they'll text me. They'll be like, "Yo, where you at? We're gonna come through. We're gonna show you love. We're gonna pop a
notes,
bottle,
motherfucker."
Stuff like that. And not only because we work together, but because they like me as a DJ, because they could go anywhere.
Yeah.
They can go into any party, but they choose to hit me up whenever they can.
Yeah.
So, and that's what it's got to be like, because if we have that relationship as not only business people, but as friends, then I have no issue telling you, "Yo, this song's not it. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not going to play your music."
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry. But you can have me something good, and I'm like, "Yo, I need that. Hurry up, get that in my hands so I can start playing that in the club, because it'll work. I know what the people are rock with."
And I think that's what it comes down to. Like, when the artist is doing good music, it motivates the DJ to want to play it too. If it's a really good record, it'll get the DJ like, "Yo, I need that in my inbox." Like,
but we need more DJs with that mindset.
But you're right, yes,
because it's not. It's once again, this is Blacktino. Some of you motherfucking DJs don't give a fucking chance. And y'all need to give a chance.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm always gonna be to that until I hear the artists that I know that are hard, that are giving you that style, and they still not getting in rotation. Is something wrong? You're not helping your Latin culture here in Atlanta. We need a New York or Miami, because everybody sees Atlanta as it is a top 5 market in hip hop with black people in Atlanta, not with Latinos, and there's millions of us here too.
Yeah.
And we should have a culture. That's the reason why it's not happening. At the end of the day, he said he would love to have this happen, but it's not happening still. The artists need to follow the fucking formula. The DJs need to give the artists that have the formula right a chance. And then the promoters got to give everybody a chance to perform and be that superstar in their city.
I mean, it's Atlanta though, bro. It's an ego thing. Everybody here has an ego because everybody feels like they're top shit, and that's what it is. But I mean, again, like you say, bro, like it'll happen. It'll happen eventually. I feel like, it's always a generational thing.
It needs to happen.
It's always a generational thing, because I mean, like we say, well, like we talk about Danis and Calde, like they're changing the flow of things. They're changing the way things work, because they're humble and they're working with everybody as well. Like Calderoque, I play Calderoque's music in the club too, because it's club music. I can play it. That's really all it is. Like, a lot of people will be like, "Oh, well, you support so and so." No, bro, it's just they make music that I can play,
that doesn't make people be like, "Who the fuck is that?"
It doesn't.
Yeah, it blends in with what's out there too.
Yeah, so even if they don't know the song,
I get what you're saying,
there's a rhythm,
bro.
As long as you keep them doing this,
right?
They don't have to know the lyrics. They don't have to know anything that's going on, but
los códigos.
Yeah,
right,
bro.
Right.
But they'll look at it.
The algorithm right now.
Somebody will quickly pull out their phone and be like, "I ain't never heard this. Shazam it." Or when you go back and you play it again, they might remember a couple words, and then they'll start singing it, and then that's how.
And then you become on.
That's how you build the motion.
That's how you get that fan base that's gonna go outside of just hearing it to their phone and looking at it and following your shit.
So we need more of that though.
It's that's and it's gonna come. I think it's almost like the domino effect. Once you put once one tips over, the next one picks up. It's like, you know, hey, I saw
And
him
maybe we
doing
need
it
to
and
get
it
some
works.
DJs in here.
Well,
More
I think,
DJs because
well, you know,
Blackino
this
is the first one this
Latino
season.
is the first DJ I believe that. Well, not the first DJ that has gotten interviewed.
Because
I
want to question them because
Right,
Blackino, I know
yeah.
this about you. You know what I'm saying? I know Blackino always been the one that always was trying to help the artist. He's been like that,
bro. I've
from the
always
jump.
seen. Blackino is one of the ones that if you ask a lot of local artists here, like DJs that they fuck with, he's named always like the top 5 names they'll give you. Blackino's in
but
there.
it's not Blackino, and it's not Blackino's job to tell another DJ to play the person's music. He's doing the job and he's doing it for y'all.
And I'll keep. I mean, if any DJs listening to this, watching this, if y'all don't want to keep playing the music, bro, I don't mind. I'll keep playing the music. I will maintain that lane because you know I just did the Fright Fest show with FIFA. Shout out Waited and Lovo killed it. There's this new artist coming up. His name's One Take Chick. He crazy trap artist, crazy music. Shout out Katrina. You know.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of people that are just slept on. Adrian too. That are making dope music, but you know they just not getting an opportunity. But I mean, and I get it.
And they starting to do it themselves.
They're starting to do it themselves.
Like Fresco.
Yeah,
and,
artists. Artists are now doing their own events.
Right.
It's a thing now.
Yeah, bro.
And it's dope.
They not waiting on y'all now.
Yeah,
and then that'll be the
exactly.
problem even more that I feel like, yes, that's good. It's forcing these people that become their own promoters, but also everybody is like spreading more apart, and we need to get together and work together.
But I
see that with a lot of.
But I think it's like a necessary
evil,
like a slap in the hand of like, hey, y'all don't want to give us and put us in these events. We're gonna make them ourselves, and they're packing them.
They're
getting people there. Yeah,
right.
And so it's like almost forcing the hand. And I'm sure eventually it'll come. Hopefully, if the ego and the pride gets pushed aside,
right? Because they need to work together.
And bro, that's the point. Once it's almost like the DJs and the artists, they're kind of blending now. I see it more now. A lot of there's a lot of other DJs, you know, aside from Blackino too, that are supportive. But now it has to come back full circle with the promoter. Once that locks in, bro,
it's over.
It's over.
Well, I mean, because that's another secret too. A lot of artists don't have DJs. That's one thing that Fresco is able to do because he's locked in with JBB.
Yep.
So he's got a DJ on his side, and that's another thing a lot of artists don't have. They don't have their own DJs. Shout out to Calder and these one, bro. Like that team works, bro.
That's a big deal, bro. That he's saying that because back in our time,
we had a DJ.
We had our DJ.
Flaco and Jonah's DJ was Gio.
Yeah,
that was the first one.
Right. And mine was DJ.
Then after that, it was El.
It was L.
And then I think another DJ.
It was L for y'all. So mine was DJ
Meatball
and DJ Wow.
And then we had Tito at one point, King Tito.
Right.
He was our DJ for like a little for a period of time.
He did plot.
But that's the thing.
That's a big thing that you say that
a lot of artists don't have DJs.
Right. And what you think? What would be a pitch for an artist coming up to you to convince you to become the person behind him?
I mean, unfortunately, not for me.
Pause.
Because because I'm locked in with Los Bravos.
He's taken, my guy.
Yeah,
he got Lisa, he got Ye.
He got a whole catalog of artists.
First of all, I'm
DJs
saying
for.
I'm not talking for me. First of all, me and him was already talking about that when I was doing my shit. So shut your mouth, motherfucker.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. No, but I even forgot the question because your ass. You ain't talked the whole goddamn show. Now you want to talk?
Yeah,
no,
my
but
DJ, man.
what
can I tell you?
But as far as like other artists, if what they're looking for, go to the club and support the DJ. Go to the club and support the DJ. Let the DJ get to know you before you actually ask them to play your music. Because that's another thing. It's all about the approach. Because if I'm in the middle of my set, I'm in the middle of mixing, and you come up to me while I'm on flow, and you want me to stop what I'm doing to play your song, you're automatically cut off. I'm sorry.
But
that's worse. That's worse than asking for a song request.
I will tell you this, and you're gonna agree.
So you can't bring no songs to you?
Not when I'm in the middle of my set.
But this is where I was going with it. This is where I was going with it. And he's gonna agree. There is etiquette. You go to a studio in Atlanta, you gotta have studio etiquette. When you're an artist and you're upcoming and you're local, and this is for all the local artists, upcoming artists, there's an etiquette when approaching a DJ that you don't know, especially if you don't know him. Even if he looks like the nicest guy in the world and he says hi to everybody, there's an etiquette. You see that man busting his ass on the boards? First of all, buy him a drink. Offer to buy him a drink. it's not about just handing the man a $20
Like, they
bill
don't
and
put up
saying
his hand
play my
like-
shit. Find out what he likes to drink. You know
Buy
what
me
I'm
a
saying?
drink,
Like,
bro.
bro, like for real, like
Find
buy
out
me a drink. Ask me if I want to smoke
Even a
a
bottle of
blunt,
water.
you know, a bottle of water.
I mean, a
something.
bottle of carreta de oro.
Hey,
Bring
I
me a
mean,
shorty,
you know what
be
I'm
like,
saying?
yo,
Come
you
on,
know,
bro.
something. Make me feel good about myself. Don't come up to me and be like, yo, bro, you play my song, bro. I don't even know you.
Yeah. I think that I mean, well, you know, that comes with like the knowledge of knowing how to market yourself or be a pro or approach others without.
But I
knowing
feel
them
like
in
that comes with the
business.
territory.
But it's something that I appreciate that you're bringing it up
Yeah, that's
because
good.
it's something that I feel like even to this day I feel like maybe artists don't know how to do that, maybe, or if they do, they don't. You know, it's almost like I'm taking care of you. Can you take care of me? I scratch your back, you scratch
Right.
mine. You know what I'm saying? It's like you build that.
It's
But
got,
what
it's
I-
got to be copacetic. It's got to be.
I wanted to ask you is, so if somebody brings you a USB to play, would you play a song that night?
No.
No. Okay.
No,
That's what
I
I wanted
mean-
to get at.
If it's slow, I put it like this. If it's slow and I got nothing going on, if you actually come up to me and there's a moment where I'm actually I done stepped away from the deck, I'm taking a breather, whatever, because I put on, you know, a little 3-minute track to give myself some time, and you see that I'm broken away, and then you approach me, I might, but I'll tell you, you know, airdrop it to my phone. I'm gonna listen to it real quick, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, no, if I'm in the middle, like I'm working, the club's packed out, everybody's going crazy, and you see me, I'm sweating, I'm busting my ass, and then you come up to me, you talk about some, hey bro, yo bro, yo, hey bro, yo bro, can you play my song? Bro, what? Are you serious right now?
I feel like that goes for anybody.
I feel
Like,
like that also goes to people that
But
be
I-
wanting you to play a specific song. Like,
Bro, yeah, no,
like,
it's
Right,
bro,
right. That's what I'm saying. It
This
goes
is
for
not,
anybody.
that was maybe back in the days.
I'm
you
not
know,
taking
early
requests, bro.
early 2000s. Yeah,
I'm
you
not
could.
taking requests.
Nowadays, let the fucking DJ do his thing. Don't disrespect
Yeah,
him, man.
because I'll put it like this. Honestly, I've actually gotten, because I'm not going to say all requests are bad requests, because I've had moments where somebody will hold up a phone and it's a song, and the song is the same key and the same BPM, and I'm like, oh, yeah, no, this will
those are
actually ride.
producer engineers
Yeah,
over there.
those people that do
those
that,
are mega
That's somebody
fans.
that know.
Yeah, those are the ones that I'd be like, oh snap, okay. But then it's the ones that hold up their phone, and it's a song, and it's slow reggaeton. Right now,
A whole
you're
different
playing,
genre.
You're playing
Like, what the-
Tokisha, and then somebody's like, oh, can you play, you know, Karol G? And it's like, all right, well, what Karol G? And then they hold up, you know, I can't think of a song right now. I'm trying to blank. But
Fucking-
Pineapples.
yeah, like Pineapples or something, bro. It's like, bro, like, why are you trying to kill the vibe? You know, like, and a lot of people want their music played, but it's like, bro, you came to the club to have a good time. If you're not having a good time because you don't like what the DJ's playing, but you see all the other 100 people are, you're the problem.
That's a good point.
That's why
that
I don't go to the club no more because I realized I'm the problem.
You
I'm
are the
like,
problem,
listen,
yeah.
but that doesn't
Yeah,
happen
but
with
yeah,
you.
you're-
because
Why are
you're-
you the
you're-
problem,
I
though?
have people like at least when it comes to Blacktino, he listens to what I listen to, and he'll here and there be like, "Yo, what's a good song?" Blah blah blah. But I learned about myself that I stopped going to the club because I would just sit there with the drink in my hand, and I'd be like, "Why the fuck am I listening to this shit?" And I don't even like this shit.
But it's
You know what I mean?
because actually a good point though. Because honestly, I have no problem admitting it. Ye actually is part of my library.
Oh yeah.
Like I come to him for a lot of my songs.
And he
that-
don't play my music, but I don't care because like y'all been
Hold
saying.
on.
No,
What you
hold on,
mean
hold
you
on.
don't care?
I don't care because like y'all been saying, I don't. The music that I'm doing and the
It's
music that
not
I've
for
been
the
releasing
club.
is not for the club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
We need
it's
to get
not,
you there,
yeah,
though.
I don't
We need to get
dare
you
to
there.
be
Oh, he
like
got a bunch
Enrique.
of
Right.
shit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, but like as far as like Ye's mind when it comes to songs, like bro, a lot of the songs that I play in the club, you don't hear any other DJ playing. These are songs that this is a track that is on the same album that a DJ might be playing, but they're not really rocking.
That's hard.
with it,
I
bro.
like that.
That's what I do. Or I'll play an
That's
artist
how you
that-
look like you came from the school of meatball.
Yeah, bro.
Hey,
Because I
that
mean,
ass,
that
because
was it.
Meatball do that shit,
He
bro.
do it all the time.
Meatball play some shit, bro. I remember seeing Meatball to a reggaeton crowd playing some Gucci that wasn't even a popping Gucci song.
yeah, bro.
But probably reggaeton under it.
With some sort of with
Yeah,
some
with
sort
some
of
kind of blend,
shit,
bro.
and
You
I
let
was
that ball
like,
under
oh,
it.
this motherfucker crazy.
Because
Like,
there's a lot of songs out here that don't get played, and I'll be in the club and I'll be like, damn, you know, this DJ's doing the same thing everybody else is doing, and I think that might also be a problem that I have out here is that because I'm dropping records that nobody else is playing, so a lot of people get caught off guard by my music library, so they're like, well, he doesn't really fit the mold, and I mean, again, that's cool because I like not fitting the mold. I like the fact that my playlist is different.
Well, that needs to be a bigger thing anyway because I remember at some time when you didn't fit the damn mold, you the one that would be popping.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
everybody's following the same little trend, even in DJing. See, this
Yeah,
crazy
'cause you
because we
That's
talk
what I'm
about the
telling
same
you. I'm telling
parallel
You know how many times
street
I've been
that's
to a
going
club,
on
bro,
with the
actually
artists.
same.
one DJ's playing one thing, and then another DJ comes on set and plays the same tracks that the last DJ just played.
Man,
That's
that
look,
happens a
annoying.
lot. That
That's-
happens a
that's
lot.
because
crazy.
everybody is following a little formula that somebody took from another DJ instead of just creating just like a artist would create in the studio. You got they're creating
there's
out there.
very
They're
few,
just
yeah.
live. They
Yeah,
live
yeah.
creating, making you feel a song a way that you moving and you dancing to. That's the job of a DJ.
Yeah, like so there's this thing with Serato where whenever you play a track, it'll change color. For my instance, all of my tracks are white. Whenever I play a song, it'll turn to blue. I have that feature. I have a feature on there where it'll reset. So every time I go out to the club, my tracks are reset every time. So I don't know what I played previously. I try to so that I keep it fresh.
On
Gotta keep it
purpose.
fresh on purpose because
Yeah.
I don't want to play the tracks that I see that are already highlighted in blue because I know I already played them. I know they're popping. No, I want to. Every time I go out, you might hear one or two of the same transitions just because I mean they're obviously I like them. They're good transitions. I know they work, but you're not gonna hear me play in the same flow everywhere I go. It's just not
Yeah.
gonna happen.
I like that. That's a good point. I mean that's just to show everybody that, and you moving up fast because of that. That's because of you.
that
You
gives you
doing
an
that.
identity at the same time. You
Right.
know, there's a lot of the back. You know, like even in the other OG DJ days, everybody knew what each DJ did and how they played. So you would pull up to those parties because that's what you wanted to hear that day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's dope that to have that identity of like, hey, this is what I play. You know, you're gonna get a little bit of Bad Bunny and all this, but you're also gonna get some of these other artists that you may not know about.
Look,
Yeah.
look. We've been serious as hell right now. I wanna ask you a question. You know, away from like what it takes to make it, because I feel like you're on that trajectory and you're already like a rocket about to bounce out of this motherfucker. But in the club, packed, 1,000 people. Like you the fucking DJ that everybody's looking up to, and it feels like a club like the Opera right now. That's how I'm picturing it right now. What's that one song you gonna start it off with? That you know these people gonna start fucking dancing.
Honestly, right now, almost anything will fade. He is the Bad Bunny of right now. Let's put it that way.
Dang.
Like before, like last year, bro, you could go in the club and you drop Titi Me Preguntó, bro, and everybody, it doesn't matter what that song could have already played, but if you cut it off and you do an announcement and you drop that, everybody still screams and loses their mind. It's pretty much the same thing with Fade now at this point.
Yeah.
You drop a Fade song, it doesn't matter. Everybody's gonna lose their mind. Like he's pretty much the go to. So I mean, if you're not playing Fade or you're just I don't know what you're doing right now.
Who's that one artist that you personally like to listen to? That you are 50-50. Maybe I can play him in the club. Maybe I can't.
Good
Well,
question.
it's
Good
more.
question.
It's more so. I really wish I could play more Eladio. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really wish I could play more Eladio.
That's a good point.
I feel like
to
his
take
songs
back.
hit. Like,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
hit.
they do.
They hit,
but they trap.
But they're trapped.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like Eladio, like if you had like an African American night where it's like black folks
No,
and shit,
that's-
you'll play some Eladio. You could do that there in a Latin club. It might.
Well,
slow
no,
down.
I mean that's.
Well,
I don't know if you remember, but that's how I got the branding of the urban DJ was after the Eladio show because I did
yeah.
that so crazy and everybody
Yeah.
was like,
And you know
"God,
what?
man."
Shout out to DJ Yaye. Because
big shout
when
out.
I went to a concert for Vicky, I forgot what the thing was called, her events,
The Skater?
the
Mhm.
skater parties.
Oh
When
yeah,
I
he was
first-
the DJ
When
there.
I
yeah.
first seen him playing, he was playing Eladio. He was playing good Eladio, and I was like, "Yo, whose man's is this? Like, where he
Yeah.
come from? Why is he playing Eladio?"
But why
Nobody
you
ever
think it
plays
can't
that.
be that goes back to what you were saying earlier. If we have artists like that, like Young Chimmy, like Eladio, why isn't that in Atlanta it's not popping? That style of
Because-
music when trap was originated here.
I mean,
Because
it
it's-
is.
no,
It-
but
because
I-
it's like you said earlier. Well,
No,
go ahead.
honestly, the main issue with it is that the club industry has changed. Let's start off there. The club industry is not the club industry. There's mega clubs aren't a thing anymore. You know, on top of that, dance floors don't really exist in a lot of clubs.
Damn, that's
You
big
go
right
in,
there.
bro. You go in. The first question I get a lot of times whenever I'm booking an event and when I'm reaching out to people to pull up, oh, do they sell hookah? That's literally almost always the first question
Damn,
I
who you
get.
talking to, Dominicans?
Everybody, bro. That's all people want to do now.
Damn.
All people want to do now is go in the club, sit in a section, get a hookah, buy a bottle, and just sit there, bro. Nobody
Oh my
enjoys partying anymore. Like legitimately, nobody enjoys partying anymore. And I mean, that's why you have to play a certain type of music these days, because if you play something that yeah, it might be high energy, it might be a poppin' song, but it's not music that's just like that keeps people in their section, so to speak. Like a girl can twerk to some Bad Bunny and stuff like that in her section, and it's cool. But if you play like some Eladio or you play some actual like Davey or some actual Young Chimmy, you know, the actual shit, they're gonna be like lost in the sauce. But if they're smushed up in a crowd on a dance floor like it used to be, and you got 13 other people jumping around you, you can't. That energy, you know, energy radiates.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you got a bunch of other people lit up around you, it's gonna make you get lit. So if you're in your section and your friends are sitting on their ass or smoking a hookah, that's all you're gonna want to do. That's why people don't party like that no more.
But it's also like you said earlier, son. We are Atlanta. We're known for English trap, right? The thing with here is the Latinos here are so used to English trap. When you put some Spanish trap, they don't vibe the same to Spanish trap as they do to English trap.
Why you think?
I think that
because they half of us or half of the Latinos, they might speak Spanish to their parents, but they're not speaking Spanish to their friends.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. Like I mean, I could drop ATO by Young Chimmy, and it's talking about Atlanta, and it won't go as hard as if I drop a Lil Baby song. And this is at a Spanish club. You know, they'll rap some Lil Baby before they rap some Young Chimmy or some Davey, you know?
Yeah.
He ain't lying. I seen it.
Why do we think that though? That's the opinion that I'm trying to get. Why? Why? Because we in Atlanta. Because
it's the same thing with anywhere.
Or they look at it like
no, I mean,
they copying.
No, because I mean, look at it this way. Look at Cali, bro. I know for a fact they speak more Spanish there over in Cali. But if you look at all the Spanish artists in Cali, what are they rapping in?
English.
In Texas, what are they rapping in?
English.
But what do they speak at? Every restaurant, every gas station.
Spanish.
So
motherfuckers got a chata at Golden Corral, but they all speak English.
Yeah, that's culture vulturing though.
Atlanta's no different, because these same people that go out to the club and they rap, you know, Lil Baby and stuff, they're working at a supermercado.
Yeah.
They're at a talpa, you know, but they hear some Lil Baby and they lose their mind. But you know, you play some Spanish trap, it's kind of like they get awkward about it.
I think it's because also the Spanish trap that gets played is Puerto Rican Spanish trap.
That
and
too.
then you got the Guatemalans, the Salvadorians, the Mexicans that don't know our lingo. So
yeah, because I mean,
they miss a lot of the words. They miss a lot
feel
of
like
the punchlines.
I feel like we passed that.
Yeah, no, because I mean, if you go
they don't know the dialect, so they're not listening. They don't understand the punchlines.
Nah, I think we passed that. I think
we passed that.
Because you can go to Puerto Rico and they're riding to that.
Listen, I think we passed that. I think Bad Bunny's the perfect example that we're passing.
Right.
Yeah,
because they're gonna sing all his last album. They're singing the whole shit.
Yeah, but you
the
play
whole
me some
damn
Pirlo.
shit.
You play me some Pirlo, and I'm lost with his dialect.
Oh, Pirlo, yeah, but Pirlo is like, to me, Pirlo is one of those that, like, I don't know Colombian slang, but
Exactly,
I kind of want to know.
But
it makes it sound cool.
I'm gonna have to blame Atlanta, Latin culture, everybody that because in New York, Latin trap is popping in the club.
Yeah.
In Boston, Latin trap is popping in the club.
But I mean, at the same time, they have a bigger Puerto Rican and Dominican following out there.
Exactly.
Out here, realistically, what you're gonna find in the club, you're gonna find more Colombians and Mexicans.
But you just said that when you play Little Baby, they get wild. So is it the song's problem?
No.
Is the song sucking?
No, because those same people, you'll get in your car and you'll hear them ride off to some Young Chimmy or some Davey. They'll drive off of it in the parking lot.
Yeah, but then ask them if they understand the lyrics. Ask them if they understand the punchlines.
Man, nobody understand lyrics no more. That's why Sexy Red and Glorilla right now, they gotta start singing in ABC.
Understanding though, that's not what you're understanding of what I'm saying. They might speak
It's
Spanish.
7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees.
Okay, they might speak Spanish with their
I ain't gonna lie
family.
though, that shit go hard though.
It go hard in the club.
They might
but
speak Spanish
it's
with
simple.
their families and they some no sabo kids. You feel
And
me?
maybe somebody need to be simple more and not just. Maybe it's what
I think
what
it's the
y'all talking
Sabo
about.
kids. It's the
Yeah,
Sabo.
but I mean, and then on top of that too, I mean, the Latin trap thing is still only just peaking. Let's be honest here. I mean, even though
Latin trap is not. I mean,
it's been around for a while,
better.
obviously, but
You know, they playing Young Chimmy here and there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
they're
does Young
getting Young
Jimmy
Miko
do
gets
do
plays.
club music?
He hasn't came here yet. Oh,
No. So
Strip club
that goes
music.
back to what he's
Yeah,
saying.
strip club
Strip club
music.
he does like strip
Bro,
club shit.
yeah, get the hell out the strip
But
club.
that's why-
we want to pop in the United States.
But
only in Atlanta you get that real flavor of
but
a
it's
strip
not.
club.
It's just not gonna work, and that's the thing. It has to continue to be pushed. It has to continue to be slowly worked in, because I mean it is making progress. But like Davy's got that song with Karol G, got Tita Gangster. Davy is a trap artist,
Right.
but he sees and in order for
He
people to
has
recognize
dip
me,
in, right. I need
Mike
to do this.
Towers, I'm a dope
Mike
ass
Towers
rapper,
is the
but
perfect example.
let me
And
start
he
pushing
speaks
this
proper.
reggaeton.
He speaks proper.
Yeah.
You hear every S. You hear every his wordplay is
He
where
don't
you
slur.
can understand it. You know what I mean? It's the same thing when they talk about Dominican rappers. Why don't Dominican rappers pop as they should, and their music is probably banging in DR, but when they come here, the dialect is so different. Nobody understands the punchline.
Yeah, because
understands.
there's some Dominican rappers that are just nasty.
Yeah.
But
Ultra mega.
yeah,
Well, once
bro.
again, it goes back to the point of you're not doing music that everybody's vibing to right now.
No, yeah, that's what I say. Unless it's
Point
a club
blank,
song,
period.
it's got to be a
Depends what
club
you're
song.
playing.
You're
bro.
not trying to fall into that into that little trap. That's the thing. That's why Alpha he gets on with a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah, but what kind of
Nobody
music does
else.
Alpha play?
What?
What kind of music does he do?
Them both.
Yeah, but you can understand the shit that he's saying because this shit is so like
No,
simple. Yes.
the hell. He just makes catchy
Nah,
ass shit.
He is
that he
more
repeats 1,000
more
times.
audible than
He's-
the 42.
He
Yeah.
dumbed it down to not stay underground.
Well, dumb it down, artist.
Because
God damn it, is what I'm saying.
Because let's be honest. I mean, Bulin.
And I'm talking to the
in my
local,
opinion,
to
goes
the
Bulin
harder.
local
go way
artists.
harder.
Yeah, in my opinion,
Bulin
Bulin
go
goes harder
way
than Alpha.
harder.
But
Right.
Alpha again, club music.
Right. That's
Commercial
what we
club
go
music.
back to that. So to the local artists, that's what I'm saying is you have to go that route. They always used to tell me when I was rapping the same thing. Tú tienes que hacer música que todo el mundo le guste y después tú haces lo que tú quieras. And I didn't listen. Y'all listen. Go into that reggaeton. Yay, go into that reggaeton and fucking get in the club and show these people what the fuck is going on.
And Baja coming soon featuring Mucho Info.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, so
shameless plug.
so check it out. Check it out. So just to, I did wanted to ask you a few more questions, and it's just simply just like what Blacktino got going on. What's more coming up with Blacktino? Whether it's more production, are you stepping into the producer side more? Are you kind of just doing both, or
Yeah,
like what's next for you?
Realistically, I slowed down a little bit this year, just taking a break. I ended up getting in way over my head. I was working too much, so I slowed down. But 2025, I'm bouncing back. I'm gonna get back on my social media marketing, all that good stuff. But otherwise, yeah, no, I plan on I do plan on getting more into the production side, just because now I'm working with a lot more artists now here
That's fire.
locally. So I do want to be able to collab with a lot of artists, as well as the fact that I DJ, so I have the opportunity to help a lot of these artists. Because I mean, there's a lot of talent here.
Yeah, there is.
There's a lot of talent here that
We've been saying it. We've
that-
been saying it.
Yeah, like I mean, it gets slept on, and I mean,
Right.
I understand. Of course, nobody wants to support you when you're new. Nobody wants to support you when you're fresh and unknown. There's nothing anybody's gonna be able to do about that. But you know,
They can though, Blacktino. They can. You already doing it.
yeah, but
If more DJs do what you do and more artists that you fuck with, that y'all get in line and basically move forward together, if more people do that, that's what we preaching for. Me and Flacco been saying this almost every episode now. If y'all get together, this is what happens. You get a Blacktino with Ye, with Mucho Info, with Flacco, with a team around you that now you can get pushed, and now you have every element that you need to create something on your own.
yeah,
If you
so-
don't come like that,
Yeah, that's
You
why.
suck
That's why.
right
Yeah,
now.
my future plans are to get into the production side, start making more beats. I got a whole catalog. I created an Instagram to promote it, but I fell off on it. I'm still working. I'm still making beats.
Yeah,
I got a whole library set up that
I
I
don't know
gotta
if you-
I gotta get with you
Yeah,
on it, and we gotta
yeah,
go
yeah,
through.
I don't know
but,
if you want to put your info out there so people can, hit you
Um,
up or, let you know about them beats because, that's the only way we're going to get you out there.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I got the beat source and everything lined up for that, but no, it's really just a slow process because I want to master my craft more. So, I mean, granted, I'm pushing a little bit on
Okay,
social
okay.
media, but I really want to master my
Yeah.
craft
Fire.
first to before I really promote it. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Blacktino Beats. Otherwise Blacktino, everything with a 6. But I really want to master the craft first, so that way it's more so I can be able to confidently say I know what I'm doing. You feel me?
Right.
Granted, I know it's gonna take me more. It's gonna take me as much time as I've been DJing to learn how to produce, but it's a work in progress. And I know that once I'm able to push there and I'm able to get more with these artists, then I can be able to say I'm helping Atlanta grow in that aspect. And that's really what I want to do because I mean, I just really want to make my own brand, make my own name for myself. I don't care if I have the biggest parties. I don't care if I'm working at TNG, Candela, all these parties. I don't care if I'm doing those events. I just really want to create history in Atlanta in general.
That's what we like.
That's good.
That's what we like to hear. And I hope a lot of you, just like us here in the spot, and Blacktino, of course, DJ Blacktino, will get into that same mindset, that same vibe that we need to get together so we can make Atlanta something that Latinos are proud of and we can push forward with. Now we're a hub that DJs, promoters, and artists are coming out of here, and people are saying, "Nah, this dude didn't come from he Dominican, he Puerto Rican, he Salvadorian, whatever, but he was born in Atlanta.
Yeah.
He came out of the A." That'll be something that I can't wait to hear.
Yeah, bro. Because I mean, like I said, there's so much talent and it needs to be pushed. It'd be different if we were somewhere where we could all unifiedly say like, "Yo, there's no good artists." But
Yeah.
there's nobody in this room can say that there's no good artists.
That's
in
a
Atlanta.
lot. That's a
yeah,
lot.
I'll be
You
a
know,
lot.
there's no artists here that we can't say we wouldn't confidently be willing to push to make it to the same
Yeah.
level as Fade and Bad Bunny and stuff like that. There are artists here for that.
Right.
We have to have that unity because in Puerto Rico it works that way. Those artists that all they gotta do is show up to the club and the whole club is rocking with them.
Yep.
Next thing you know they're going to another club because that club wants that energy and it just keeps bouncing and that's how those artists blow up. Because it's a smaller place, obviously. They don't have nearly the same size here as Atlanta, so it's a lot more close knit. But we could still do the same thing. We can still do the same
that
thing.
formula has been proven.
Yeah.
Nah, I really like the point of view. I like the approach that you're doing too. Even involving yourself with artists, not just doing the DJ thing. And I think that's definitely
That's fire.
It hopefully it motivates other DJs too
Right.
to do the same. To get, in a sense, that's giving back because you're giving back to the community by embracing other talented
And artists too.
individuals.
And artists. We not just gonna
Yeah.
put it on the DJs.
Yeah.
My man, off a Blacktino motherfucking drink.
Yeah, no, seriously.
And don't think your fucking song is gonna get played that night. I'm ready. I practiced. What you
Hey,
think?
Yeah,
build
so
that
That's
relationship.
that's
Yeah.
like
man.
that's like telling you when you go perform. No, don't perform them 3. Perform something else. When you was
Yeah.
practicing for them 3.
Yeah,
It's
like-
the same thing.
like realistically, like as artists, please, when you guys want to network, no problem walking up to the DJ, all that stuff. Plug me in with your Instagram, plug me in with your socials first. Buy me a drink or something, or
Let's get to know each
let's
other.
get to know each other first, so that we can set something up.
Yeah,
so that
create a
way,
conversation.
we can create a conversation because it's nothing for you to shoot me a DM after and be like, "Yo, bro, where's your next event? I want to buy a section. I want to buy some bottles and bring my team out. Would you mind playing my song?" And then we can start
That's
talking about
business.
He
know?
just gave you the
Aight,
formula.
But
He
let me
just
ask you something real quick.
ahead. That's Shay, by the way, everybody.
Yeah, whatever. Let me ask you something. And just because I've heard this multiple times, but it's really probably a dumb question either way. But does a buying a bottle at the club guarantee a spot to play my music? Because at the end of the day, me buying a bottle for the club, what kind of revenue does that make you?
Y'all
So-
should have been already on in communication.
No, but
Excuse me,
yeah,
Blacktino.
that's how the conversation
you
starts
don't just
because
go and buy the
But I'll buy
bottle.
you. I'll buy you a drink or whatnot. You know what I mean? But what is me buying a bottle in a section at the club do for you?
what it does, and that's where a lot of people miss out on is that not only are you looking good for the venue, because when I do drop your song and the venue is wondering why I'm shouting you out, why I'm doing all of this, and you've got your team and you're spending money in there, it looks good for you as an artist as well for that venue.
Yep. Okay.
Because that's the thing. A lot of these venues too. If again, like I said, if the crowd loses their movement, the owner's coming at you. You feel me? But if you and your whole team is deep, you got 50 people in there. Yeah, it's only you and your 50 people are getting lit, and the whole other rest of the club is turned down. But when the owner comes to me, I'll be like, yeah, that dude over there that bought 3 bottles and brought all those people, I played his song. The owner's not going to question that. Realistically, they're gonna be like,
whatever.
yeah, exactly. They're gonna be like, all right, whatever. But if it's just you and you just bought me a drink and then I didn't kill the club, the owner's gonna be like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
He bought me a black label Red Bull.
Yeah, he said you with a red cup and the
the
DJ
fuck you
booth.
talking
Right,
about?
but
That's it, bruh.
but the owner's writing me a $400 check at the end of the night.
Yeah, nah, it's a business exchange, and I mean, at the end of the day, and you know, fortunately and unfortunately, because you can live off of your music. You know, there's people out there that do it, so it's like it's a business exchange. You gotta
DJ
understand.
FLACTINO just gave you the formula, bro. He really did.
And it's what we've been saying.
Right.
It's at the end of the day, it's an ecosystem.
Yeah, because
Right.
like I said,
It's
you
an
know,
ecosystem that's the artist, the DJ, the promoter. It all kind of, everybody kind of feeds each other
Right.
if done right. If
'cause
done
we can,
right.
we can set up the conversation to where it's not like, oh, come up to this event and it's a dead event and you'd have brought your people out. No, I can actually plan with you. Okay, we're gonna do this event. I know this event's gonna pop off. If you're buying bottles and you're bringing your people, okay, perfect. Now let's start talking about what song we're gonna play. Then I can actually have the conversation with you and we can start discussing. Okay, this song's not gonna work. This song's not gonna work. Or we can just end up on the turn of, yo, bro, I appreciate you telling me that you want to buy the bottles and pull up, but your music just. I don't see your music working out for this venue. Or I can just tell you your music's trash or whatever. But you know, we're able to have that conversation, not just you surprising me in the middle of the night saying, "Yo, play my song." And on top of that, too, another thing for these artists.
Talk to him. Talk to him. This is why we're here.
Stop trying to send your music. It's track 10135 .wave. No, I need your track title. I need your BPM. I need your key.
Branding.
Right.
I need everything set up for me.
Stop
bro.
being lazy.
Stop
Consistency,
being lazy.
branding. You have to, you gotta have that.
You have to be prepared. This is a business industry.
Now, do you still like the beat, like the song, the beat, the acapella?
What do you mean?
Because
Like
back in
Oh,
the
like
day,
the stems, like
oh,
forget a stem,
not the
stem
not
pack.
the stems from
No,
you
no,
know,
but
Logic or something like that.
like a DJ ready where it has the instrumental.
Right, like
Yeah,
I
because-
can see you all three, the full song, the acapella, and the instrumental.
Absolutely, because I put it like this. So the way that I mix, I like to create intro outros for a lot of the songs that I have. Meaning I have either an 8-bar or a 16-bar of just straight drum pattern. That way I can actually know, okay, your song's 99 beats per minute. I can actually line it up rather than a lot of these songs, they go straight into somebody talking or it's just straight into the music. No, I gotta drop it. I gotta do an awkward scratch. I gotta, but if I'm able to literally blend it, I don't lose the crowd. I'm blending the song. So there is no awkward moment for the crowd. As far as they know, the beat's still the same, the tempo's the same. They don't lose themselves in the mix. And that's really what you want. A lot of artists don't do that. They give you the not even, sometimes not even mastered. Them 808s are sounding nasty as hell on club speakers. Bro, the song might sound good on your phone. It might sound good in your car. It might sound absolute ass in the club. You've got to have these tracks professionally mastered. If you don't, hit up my boy Flacco, please.
Hey, I got you. I got like
And
3
that's
different people that master.
That's a good
And they
reason
fire.
why I wanted to ask that question and say that, because I feel like a lot of artists don't do that no more. And we used to do that in the past. We used to
you
get it
had
ready for the
bro.
DJ.
You had to get it
even
ready.
even drops, even saying drops. What's
yeah.
up? Yeah, this is your boy. Whatever.
Remember where DJs asked
Yeah.
us for that shit?
Yeah, like now-
you couldn't. Yeah,
Give
you
me
had
a-
to
give
give
me a
them a
shout
drop.
out. Yeah, give me a
give
shout
them
out
a
ready
drop.
for it.
Right.
And have everything ready. If not, like you looking unprofessional out here. You know what I'm saying?
And
I
a
think
lot
we
of y'all
kinda,
don't do that.
We kind of lost that a little bit. There's still people that do it. You know, of course, the ones that we
That's the
always
ones that
mention,
ready, right?
That we always
That
mention.
they doing what they
that
supposed to
doing
be
what
doing.
they supposed to do. But then there's other artists that just lack to do it. Maybe because they know the DJ and then they hung out and then
Or maybe they
homies,
don't know.
or they just don't know.
Right.
Yeah, so it's
can be
like-
that too.
At the end of the day, even though you may have a relationship, you got to keep everything professional. It's one thing that you will always be respected for. You will always be identified as that person of like, nah, that motherfucker. Yeah, you got to come at him straight, and it makes people have to come correct to you.
And that's crazy because we have to say this.
They don't come at you at all, and they know, like there's certain people that when you see in public, and they move in the right way, you know that you got it. When you approach that person, you got to be about some shit.
Right.
You ain't just gonna waste nobody's time. So it's like I think that ultimately the artists packaging themselves in a way where it's like I'm gonna come correct to the DJ. I'm gonna show love. I'm gonna show them what I can bring to their club that they're promoting. That probably you may have a deal with the club owner, and there might not even be a promoter involved. It may just be you bringing your own.
He may be the
honestly,
promoter.
At that point, you're helping the
Right.
DJ tremendously because there's not like a person in
Make
the
it
middle.
easy. Make it easy.
In all honesty, that's really what the industry is now. Clubs don't really want promoters anymore. They just want the DJ to run the party. So absolutely, yeah. If people start making those connections,
Hey, that's what it used to be like.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's what's crazy is that it's basically getting turned right back where how it used to be. It's just taking its time at the end. That the DJ is the one we used to talk to. The DJ was the leader. The DJ was the one that broke all the records and made the masses know that this is the hit.
Yeah, literally. I mean, it's got to be copacetic. It's got to make sense. This is like at the end of the day, this is a business. Yes, you want to be famous. Yes, you want to be an artist, a big artist. You want your song played everywhere, but you have to treat it like a business. Period.
Amen.
We say that all the time, Flacco.
Hey, I mean, it's at the end of the day, if you want it to generate, it's a business.
Yeah,
and you have to generate not thinking about money for 5 years.
Same. Because I put it like this: as a DJ, bro, you'll never see me walk up in a club and be like, "Yo, bro, can I spin for 5 minutes?" No.
That's so unprofessional.
I'm gonna link with the DJ. I'm gonna talk to them. I'm gonna invite them out if they're free, or I'm gonna send them a mix later. You feel me? But I'm not gonna walk up to the DJ in the middle of him mixing and be like, "Hey, bro, let me get on. I'm a DJ."
Yeah, or even a owner of a restaurant or somebody.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, let me set up. Yeah, let me show you. Like, nah, it has
everything. And the thing is that no matter how hood, how gangster, how anybody looks, if they a mainstream artist, a Gucci man, you will get an email from him saying, "Good afternoon, Miss So-and-so. This is my song explaining what song it is with the master song, with the name of the song, everything labeled with even pictures."
And if you don't know how to do that, get you a friend that's professional, Chat GPT, something,
right,
bro,
right.
something.
That's your friend right there. That's your friend.
Chat GPT will do it.
Put in that effort to be professional. If you want to win, this is gonna be the way to win.
And if they don't play, if DJ Blacktino don't play your song or any other DJ, hopefully you ask for some feedback and they got time in their day or in their week to give you some feedback. And when they give you that feedback, don't be fucking cussing them out and doing all kind of stupid stuff because you didn't get what you thought your song was or whatever. Take it, make it better, come harder. And that's it. And if nothing ever plays, it's because, mi hermano, tú no sirve. Just get out the whole damn thing. It's just straight up.
It's not for everybody.
Right.
Some dude wants to be in the NBA, but he's too short. Some dude wants to play in the NFL. He's too skinny. You feel me?
Right.
It's just some things just don't work for some people.
You can start doing other things around music.
Literally, if you might not be an artist, you might
be to do. Keep that passion and go ahead and do it.
Right. It's a lot of stuff
around people might tell you, yo, your music's terrible, but you're the one making your beats, and your beats go crazy. Just be a producer.
Hey,
right.
There you go.
The song might be terrible, but you mastered the hell out of it. Just be an engineer. You
can still, I mean, there's ways around it.
There's ways around it to still be in the business industry without thinking, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna be a rapper.
But it's always gonna be a business.
Always.
But nah, man, Blacktino, we appreciate you pulling up, bro. I know it was a long time due.
Yes, sir.
But definitely appreciate you for coming through to InDaSpot and definitely dropping some good gems and letting everybody, all our viewers, know who you are. If they don't already know him, you can catch him. Where can we catch you on IG?
IG Blacktino, YouTube Blacktino, everything. Again, 6 at the front, no K. 6LACTINO.
Don't worry, we're gonna spell it right there.
Yeah. Y'all find the little wherever they gonna put it. But yeah, I appreciate you guys having me out. Of course, real quick, shout out to the label Los Bravos. Shout out PKM. Shout out Mucho Info, all the guys, Ye, Pumita, Licion. Shout out to the team. Keep watching us. We've got a lot of stuff on the way, especially Los Bravos in general. It's a lot of stuff on the way, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for me. I'm I'm about to start stepping on some next year. Just
Mm.
it's just the best way I can put it because
That's
you
what
know
I like.
this was
Gotta let 'em know.
as granted I
It's
was
that competition,
I was
baby.
very humble in this interview, but next year I'm kind of over it because it's
He
I feel
gonna
like
take his
it's-
dick out on the
yeah.
table on your
Hey,
ass.
yeah, we actually we did refrain from going into certain details, but it's cool, bro. I know
Yeah.
you're gonna kill it.
Yeah, next year is gonna be a different game. Just because I mean, I'm yeah, I got some stuff.
Let's
I got
get
some
it.
stuff.
Hey, that's good, man. Hey, well, real quick before we go and close it out, big shout out to our sponsor, Carreta de Oro. You already know. We in the building. They got it in Reposado, Blanco, and Añejo. They got
I
some
got the
special
Blanco
stuff
right
coming
here.
too.
Show this beautiful bottle, bro.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
Look at
yeah, no. Coming from a tequila drinker, obviously, because we gotta pop those bottles in the club regularly. But that's actually that's the real
Bro.
deal. That's real deal tequila right there.
Yeah.
Casamigos ain't got shit on that. Sorry, I'm gonna be
At
honest
all.
with you. Like this is
Look how it come
smooth.
in. Ooh.
Yeah, bro. Start shopping that. This is an actual family brand tequila, and
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
big shout out to Steven for helping us with the sponsorship and everything. And
Shout out.
big shout out to the brand. They make some really good high quality. Once again, Carreta de Oro. If they don't have it at your liquor store, hit the owner up. They are available to bring it to your area. So make sure you request it. Even in the club too. Whatever club you go to, if they don't have it there, talk to the owner. Let them know that they need to get that. That shit is fire.
Yeah, we got them cases.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, they got them cases.
Nah,
Well, we got the
we
cases.
gonna get the cases.
Right, we
too.
got the cases too, and it tastes amazing.
Hey, but now big shout out once again to Blacktino, man. Thank you for
Shout out,
coming
bro. I appreciate
Big
you
ups.
coming, bro.
We appreciate everything you're doing. I hope that definitely you continue to influence others to do the same, to give back in the way that you plan on doing it. And I know the local scene out here is definitely gonna appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
But once again, this your boy FLA,
And this is your captain speaking, Capitol.
and we got Blacktino in the building.
Yes, sir.
appreciate
and
y'all.
you are listening to
In the
Spot.
spot, mother.
Peace.